In this video, we will see how we can use the multi-I/O in combination with the extension module 590 to use it as a switching actuator. To enable the switching output for the KNX IP multi-I/O, we first have to go to parameters, and there under channel we can specify the channel functions. The first channel function is in my case the switching actuator, so the extension module 590. As you can see, the channel 1 menu has now appeared, and below that under actuator 1 general we can now specify the function of this output. First of all, we can give it a name, for example lightning living room. Then we can specify the function, so a universal output, which simply means on or off. We can also enable an on-off delay, a staircase function, as well as a valve actuator, which is then used in combination with, for example, a thermostat to use pulse width modulation. I will stick to universal output. Then we can enable or disable scene functionality, so we can enable up to 16 scenes this actuator should listen to. Below that we can define if we want a feedback, so send state, and if we want a feedback, how often should the actuator send it, only on read, on change, or cyclic and on change. I stick here to on change. Then the behavior after a supply power return, so we can specify a defined state the multi-I/O should turn the output to if the supply power returns, and then we can also enable a log functionality. Now back to the group objects, and here we can see two new group objects, lightning living room, as we named them in the parameters. We have a switch function and a state function, so the feedback. Now we only have to add these to our group addresses, therefore I will quickly create them. And also in the feedback I will add them. And now I simply need to drag and drop them into the according group address. And the same thing for our push button sensor. Here I have already prepared the push button, the channel A, both to switching. And with that we can program all the modified devices. As you can see here, first of all we have the multi-I/O 580, download partial, and next to it the IP router as well as the push button insert. So now that everything is programmed, I will open up the diagnostics and we will see if the functionality works as intended. So as you can see, the push button sensor sends its telegram, it turns on the actuator. After that we have the feedback from the multi-I/O, and then the same telegrams, but now instead of turning the output on, we are turning it off. So that's that for this video.